Hello, my name is Claire, and I decided I should probably start doing something to get these feelings of grief off my chest. 2014, in May, my brother, father, older brother, and mother went golfing for my little brother's birthday. Now, we live in Washington, and it started raining really, really hard. So, as you can expected, everybody got wet and they came home. I was working at the time, so I didn't go. We expected, everybody to get a little sick. No big deal. Sniffles. A few days go past and we just think that my mother has a really bad cold. So, we do the standard, NyQuil and over-the-counter medicines. Then one day, while I was visiting my girlfriend at the time, I get a call from my mother saying that she was at doctor's clinic waiting to be seen and she wanted me there. At this point in time, my mother and father were not living together, but they were not divorced or legally separated in any way. And I was the only one who had a license. My older brother, he was in the Navy, and at this time he was stationed in Japan. And my little brother was not in school. I think he was job hunting, but I know he doesn't know how to drive. Anyway, I get there. Mom's had this nasty cough forever. Doctor sees us. We go back. She gets diagnosed with pneumonia. Alright, that sucks, but at least we have medicine for it now, right? 4 days later, I'm at work, and I get a call from my mom asking me to come home from work early to get her because she needs to go to the emergency room because she can't breathe. I worked like 45 minutes away, and I don't even remember the drive home. I'm pretty sure I probably sped. I was driving this giant truck at the time, and when I parked it in our carport, I scratched the hell off the paint off the carport and just dinged the hell out of my car, but I was so fucking anxious and worried. And I took my mom to the hospital. She would stay in the hospital for 2 more weeks. She celebrated Mother's Day in the hospital and her birthday. At the time, I visited her almost every day. Despite having to work, I still made an effort to go up there and visit her. My dad, at this point in time, even came to visit her too. They were still... My dad said he still loved my mom, but he also was out of love with my mom, which I know happens. They had taken dozens of x-rays of my mom's chest. They had treated and tested for every single type of thing possible. But she seemed to be doing better after they had drained her lungs of the fluid from the pneumonia. So they still wanted to schedule her for I think it's a CT scan or an MRI, where they put dye in your veins so they can see how everything is going. She did that a couple days after she was released. And in June, early June, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Now, when somebody is diagnosed with lung cancer, or with cancer in general, you instantly thought of how could this have happened? And I know exactly why it happened to my mom. She was a smoker for as long as I can remember. At this point in time, I was 25, and she smoked the entire time I have known her. She smoked until she died. We thought that, okay, now what? It's always a hard decision. Stage 4, there's really not much coming back from that, but there was still a chance with treatment, chemo and everything like that, and stuff that she could get better. My mom did try to quit smoking right after her diagnosis, but it was advised against by the doctors because her lungs were so used to it that they were trying to give her, asthma attacks. They were rebelling against not having smoke in her lungs. By July, she had done 1 round of chemo, and the results were not promising. My mother was dying. And if you've ever seen somebody go through chemo, you're literally putting poison in your body, hoping to kill the things that are making you sick, the cancer. And all cancer is good cells that have gotten confused and started attacking basically themselves and each other, and it forms into tumors and things like that in order to try and block off it, but it's still metastasized and it spreads everywhere. When my mom was diagnosed, she had a massive tumor in her left lung. They found one in her thigh, and after her round of chemo, they found another one near the base of her neck and shoulder. Hope was looking slimmer. My mom had 2 weeks between chemo treatments, I guess a break, one would say, and I've never seen her happier. She reconnected with her childhood friend. My dad had moved in again by this point in time for support, I think. I hope. And everything, I don't know. After she stopped that first round of chemo, she seemed to be getting better. It's so weird how that works. I thought that maybe she could get better just by, just radiation, which only, I don't know. I was hopeful. I had hope that she would be okay. I remember one time after one of her during this little space of time, she was still doing radiation, which didn't make her feel as ill as chemo did, and all that jazz. We went and we found this hole in the wall ice cream shop, and the first red flag I had that my mom was probably going to pass came in the form of ice cream. I love ice cream. It is one of my favorite treats ever. It'd be dead of winter and I would still love ice cream. My mom has been telling me about this ice cream that she could get only at the Wisconsin Dells, which is like a large amusement and water park type thing, from what I understand. I've never been there. And there was an ice cream there that she used to get all the time called like Blue Moon ice cream. And this random tiny little ice cream shop had Blue Moon ice cream. And it just, I try not to think of it, but I should have known then that maybe it was time. I don't know. Obviously, God, her guardian angel, somebody was trying to fulfill those last handfuls of desires that she had before she passed. During this brief time, my dad took her to Universal Studios to see the Harry Potter Hogwarts land thing. Just exhibit, I guess. And went to Disney World. And my mom hadn't gone there in like 10 years. And when she used to go every summer with her family, Disney World was her, like, happy place, if that makes sense. It's that place full of fond childhood memories that she had. And she loved Harry Potter. Harry Potter was her favorite thing in the world. And she got to go see the finished production. She got to ride the dragon rides. And most importantly, she was with my dad again. My dad had all but walked out on us 2 years before my mom got sick in like 2012. Yeah, 2012, our house got foreclosed on because my dad stopped making payments. And he left, and and by we I mean my little brother, me, and my mom moved into an apartment a town over. That's all I feel like talking about right now. I'm posting this on YouTube and on Facebook in hopes that it can help somebody who might be going through a similar situation. Maybe I won't post it on Facebook. I can't do it anonymously. Thank you for listening if you've stuck around this long.